Will be a great game of EuroLeague women basketball. And the tip is going to be won in the end by Avenida. Falls into the hands of Dominguez straight away. Really the leader of the team, controls the emotions and the tempos well. Into the hands of Samuelson. Good ball movement and rotation from Avenida on the first play, and Dominguez does what Dominguez does well, gets the first two. She's only averaging 8 points a game across the first two games. But marry that up with 6 assists and shooting nearly 40% from outside. That tells you the kind of player she is. Now inside, down low, Thornton going to work. The defense is strong by Samuelson though. And the ball is progressed up over the half by Hoff. Samuelson now looking for the low post feed. Such a fluid offense by Avenida. Dominguez again. Unfortunately comes off the top of the backboard, a little bit too much whip on the reverse layup. I think she was slightly surprised that the lane was so wide open for her to work with. Reyer now. Angelo looking for options in front of her. Avenida defense, as usual, is very, very pressing, and they've stolen the ball away. A long outlet pass to Samuelson is knocked away. It's going to remain Avenida ball. And that's good transition defense by Kayla Thornton. She read the threat well and neutralized it. Shot goes up, Samuelson from the corner. Role players within within Avenida, but the role she plays is absolutely critical. And you can tell by the minutes she gets on the floor. She averaged 24 minutes a game last season. She's averaging a little over 15 minutes a game this season. You can see that the coaching staff believes she has an important role to play in their success. Foul is called on Cazorla. She'll head to the line for 2 free throws. Castaño hits the first. Veteran big. Continues to perform. I've got 10 points against Kettering Board last week. Reyer pushed them very, very close. Low hands it to Samuelson. Samuelson looking to create something as the shot clock runs down. Little step back jumper. The defense is good from Reyer, but Thornton can only knock it out of bounds. Inbound pass to Samuelson, but they'll come back out and recycle it. Dominguez falls to the floor, but manages to get a pass away to Samuelson. Samuelson draws the contact. Knocked to the floor, can't convert the 2, but earned herself a trip to the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line this season within EuroLeague women for Carly Samuelson. Averaged 67% from the free throw line last year. Good with the first. And the second. Avenida will be happy so far. Early 5-point lead is exactly what they wanted to calm some of those travelling nerves. Their first away game within this year's campaign. And a poor pass is easily intercepted by Cazorla. Nice hesitation. Hands it off. Hoff will go to work now, go straight down the lane. Wonderful handle and some quick feet. Get Hoff the 2. And early timeout is going to be forced on Coach Romano.
Passionate, ambitious, elite. Verbunden, united. Inspirerend. Competitiva. Ambiciozna. Stylish. Powerful. Diverse. Diferente. Beraber. Inspiring.
And you can understand why Coach Romano's called a timeout. Trailing by 7 after 2.5 minutes. On target to give Avenida a near 40-point first quarter is concerning. And to only have 2 points on the board is concerning as well. Tough for the coach, though. What do you focus on? Do you try and fix the offense or the defense? You've only got a minute to talk to your team. And you need to make the most of it, because at the moment, Avenida are having it all their own way, dictating the terms on both ends of the floor. Defensively, they're applying their almost trademark pressure. And offensively, they just look such a strong team. So much fluidity in their offense. Already coming together and forming a very, very good team. That said, 7 players returning to the roster from last season. Ball's into the hand of Anderson. Moves it to Thornton. Thornton looking to feed the low post. They eventually get it in there to Petronite. Petronite, nice little move, old school hook. Little drop of the right shoulder to put the fake in. Moved the defender enough. When she came back, she had the space for the hook shot. Hoff's going to go back and try and return the favour the other way. Nope, she's going to come back out with it. Hands it off to Dominguez for 3. She comes up short. Petronite with a big rebound. Manages to get it away to Anderson. Foul's going to be called. Let's see who the foul is on. I think that one's going to be blown on low. Substitution called. Stanio drawing the foul off low. As we're going to see Leonor Rodriguez come into the game for the first time for Avenida. Thornton now. Back out to Petronite. Catangelo. Thornton for 3. Oh, sweet stroke from range. And you have to give a hat tip to Coach Romano. Out of that timeout, his team have gone on a 5-0 run, reducing Avenida's lead to just 2. Samuelson scoops up the loose ball. Inside to Hoff. Hoff looking to go to work against Petronite, using the pivot well. Oh, strong move, real patience from the Dutch international. Many a player is worried after that first pivot that they're not going to get an opportunity and that they're going to get locked down, but she stayed with the play and got the reward. Thornton now hands it off to Anderson. This is better ball movement by Umana Reyer. Nice baseline drive to draw the foul. Kayla Thornton, one of the important pieces for Umana Reyer, averaging 10.5 points, 5.5 rebounds across the first 2 games of this EuroLeague women's season. Foul on the floor. I think Thornton was looking for a shooting opportunity, but clearly it was prior to the shot attempt. We also see Katie Lou Samuelson come into the game for the first time as well. She's just recently joined up with her Avenida teammates after an impressive season in the WNBA for the Seattle Storm. Ball goes inside. Nice little fake of the pass, created the space, but the soft little mid-range jumper is off target. Foul called on Avenida though, as Carangelo is a thorn in their side. Let's have a look. It's a fair call, and Lowe's going to get called for her second foul. As Catangelo works hard. Lowe will come out of the game as we see Evans come into the action for the first time for Avenida. Baseline ball for Umana Reyer. Avenida now in the penalty, so Umana Reyer will go to the free throw line on the next foul. Catangelo hits it back at the top. Loses the handle. Foul is going to be called though I think that one's on Katie Lou Samuelson, and that will send Thornton to the line for 2 shots. Thornton just a 50% free throw shooter so far this season in EuroLeague Women. It brings a ton of experience and talent with her. As a lot of the players in EuroLeague Women play 2 seasons a year. WNBA as well as the European season. And as for Thornton, she applies her trade in the States for the Dallas Wings. Last season she also played in Korea. So plenty of experience she brings to this Umana Reyer team. And if they want to make it all the way to the Final Four, they'll need every ounce of it. Into the hands of Evans. Evans looking to use the strength to get to the basket, but the offensive foul is going to be called. This time it's Atura taking the stand and drawing the foul. She knew that she wasn't going to be able to defend the low post, so she just takes the stand. It's a smart play. It's either take the stand, draw the foul, or give up the 2. And now hands it back to Anderson. Petronite now looking for something in front of her. Almost picked up that pivot foot. Nice pass though, and that's a beautiful cut by Anderson. Slides to the basket on the perfect angle. A wonderful pass by Petronite. Anderson's first points of the game. She's averaging 19 a game. Samuelson rattles in and out of the ring, eventually falls into the hands of Anderson, and Umana Reyer out at the races. Another good pass, and the layup is good. Umana Reyer with their first lead of the game. And that certainly got the limited number of fans were allowed in the stands to enjoy that one. Foul is going to be called along the baseline as the Bigs battle it out. It's the second team foul of the quarter on Umana Reyer. As we see Madeira come into the game for the first time. Both teams rotating heavily tonight. Avenida have been doing it throughout the season already. They really do go deep on their bench. Coach Iniguez makes sure he uses the team to its fullest, whereas Coach Romano, maybe not so much so far this season. Nice pass to Evans. Evans with a quick first stab, gets the score. Strong move. The pass was good, the cut was good, the finish was great. And it's just the timing of the cut and the pass that's just pure perfection. Enables Evans to catch the defense slightly asleep. Earns herself a trip to the line as well. Had a great game last week, Shantae Evans, 15 points against Riga. Really came to the party in a big way. Into the final 4 minutes now of this first quarter. Avenida with a slim 1-point lead. Nice soft touch by Anderson. A little bit too soft though. Didn't quite have enough on it to get over the front of the iron. Avenida hold on to their 1-point lead. And as we were saying, this was predicted to be a tight game. Italian champions against Spanish champions. No space given, that's for sure. Move inside is good, and a soft right hand from Fasula. The young big Greek doing the job. Penna now with a loose pass, and that's easily read by Avenida. Hands it off to Samuelson. Good defense though. Samuelson not going to get the score. Pena working well on the defensive end. Really made the stand, made it hard for Katie Lou Samuelson to get the score. They can't decide whose possession it is, so it'll be jump ball indicator. Possession indicator points it in the directions of Reyer. As we see Estanio come back into the game. Anderson now progresses it over the half. And it's just that change of pace that catches so many defenders unawares, and the defense has to react. That leaves the space for the three. A wonderful shot. And what a great introduction from Madara. Madara's come into the game and made an impact straight away. She is averaging only 5 points a game. Another big score from Avenida, and that ties the game, 16 apiece. And the pace of the game is starting to pick up now. This should play into the hands of Avenida, but it doesn't look that way so far. Reyer using the pace to their advantage at the moment. Nice move, didn't use the screen, instead used it as a decoy to create the space. Silvia Dominguez draws the foul. I think that one was on Madara. Dominguez will head to the line, I think, for 2 shots. Let's have a look at the replay. Oh yeah, a little bit late on the replay. Dominguez hits the first of her 2. And what a career Dominguez has had. 34 years of age, 3 times EuroLeague champ, 7 times Spanish League champion. Can't be too many more seasons left where we'll be blessed with Silvia Dominguez on the biggest stage. I'm sure she'd love to bow out with a deep run into EuroLeague women. Anderson, no good. And Anderson's not quite found the range so far. Just 1 from 3 from the field. And 8 minutes of play gone. Samuelson nails the 3. And that's the threat that Samuelson poses. She can take you inside and post you up, or she can step out and nail the long bomb. Defense is good as well from Samuelson. She has it stolen away. Oh, Evans is unable to pick it up off the floor. Pounds the hardwood with her fists. And Reyer get away with one on that. Evans will head to the bench. As we see, the ball was stolen away from Katie Lou Samuelson, and Evans just fumbled as she went to pick up the loose ball. Ball inbounded now. Natura. Oh, with a strong jumper. It's always a tough shot to make. It's not one you'll necessarily practice a huge amount in the gym. A long 2 isn't what the coaches particularly look for. You can include it in your game. It can be a weapon because defenders won't usually chase it out too hard. Samuelson now looking for options in front of, finds Dominguez. And Dominguez comes up way short on that one, but it will remain Avenida ball. No reset on the shot clock though, didn't touch the rim, so just 3.8 seconds left on the shot clock. Timeout's going to be called as Avenida lead by 5. A little over 53 seconds left here in this first quarter. Both teams will want to talk this out. And after a bit of a shaky start, Reyer have certainly turned things around. They trailed by 7 after just 2.5 minutes. They haven't really reduced the lead too much, but they have stemmed the flow. They've limited Avenida's offense whilst sparking their own offense as well. Avenida will be slightly disappointed they weren't able to extend and really try and kill the game out if they could, as early as they could. But you can't say Avenida let them back in the game. Reyer certainly fought their way back into the game. As we see some of the replays. And that's the lovely pass from Evans. And Evans has come on and made an impact. As we see another pass, this time to Samuelson. And Samuelson's first game this season for Avenida, joining up after the WNBA season concluded. .8 seconds on the shot clock. Be interesting to see what Coach Iniguez has drawn up on the coaches board. Dominguez wanting to be a little bit higher up the floor. The official making sure it's taken where it's supposed to be taken. There's the lob pass. Hand off to Samuelson. Gets the shot away. And that is an absolute storming play. Straight off the coach's clipboard. Onto the floor. Executed to perfection. And as a coach, you cannot ask any more from your players than to execute your plays to perfection. Nice crossover from Atura. Looks to come back out to Anderson. Little side dribble. Gets the shot away. Anderson hits the three. Just her second field goal of the game. She does have 3 assists though. So she's still making her presence felt. Playing a little bit more provider than scorer so far. Final few seconds now of this first quarter. 9 seconds left. What can Avenida do with those seconds? Samuelson. Oh, what a pass inside by Samuelson. That will finish the first quarter in style. That pass looked near impossible. Against the law of physics, really, to make that pass on that angle. But she does. Avenida get the score, and they'll end the first quarter up by 7. Wonderful first quarter performance from Avenida. Foul has been called though. Technical foul of some sort has been blown for, which is going to send Anderson to the line for a technical free throw. In fact, Rodriguez got called for the foul. So that's going to send Anderson to the line for 2 free throws. 0.2 of a second left on the first quarter clock. And the last thing you want to do if you're Avenida is help Anderson get warmed up. She hit a 3. In fact, it was a long 2, that last jump shot. But she's now up to 5 points personal. Make that 6 points personal for Yvonne Anderson. And that will be the end of the first quarter. And Avenida finish up 5 points ahead after 10 minutes in what is a... Second quarter underway here, EuroLeague Women, as Umana Reyer take on Avenida. Game day 3. End of the first quarter, Avenida up by 3. Oh, a chance to extend that lead early in the second quarter. A relatively easy opportunity blown, but thrown away. Poor pass by Atura. And the shot the other end again is no good. This time, Carly Samuelson, I think, was it? Or was it Allery hitting the deck? It was Allery not able to convert, and Umana Reyer will bring it back the other way. Anderson up over the half, looking for options in front of her. She's got the mismatch. It's created the disruption. She moves it well. The shot is poor, though. And the rebound is big from Samuelson. Out in transition, hands it back, and that's an easy scrimmage play, that one. Transition basketball at its best. Fluid, unselfish. Creates the easy score. Avenida's lead up to 7. Good defense. Once again by Avenida. That sparks their offense. Not quite the transition they wanted. Quick ball movement, though. Gets it in the hands of Avellano. Aragonés for the big shot. Makes the 3. Extends Avenida's lead out to double digits. 10-point lead. And this is what Avenida did in the first quarter. They started at serious pace. Didn't enable Umana Reyer to get into the game, and you have a feeling the coach Iniguez worried that the same was going to happen again in this second quarter. He has burnt his second time out though, so he'll be hoping he doesn't need to make any other major alterations in the second quarter. Coach Romano, I think his players talk things out. He knows they're doing the right things at the moment, and that's such a smart pass towards the end of the first quarter. You can see smile on the face of Fasula. When you're a big, you work hard to create the space, you run hard down the lanes, and you just want to be rewarded by the guards, or at least the player with the ball, and that's exactly what Fasula got there from Samuelson. 10-point lead now for Avenida. And the shot is no good. Reyer will hold on to possession, though, fortunately for themselves. Carly Samuelson back into the action for Avenida as well. Tura hands it to Calangelo. Back to Tura, shot clock down to 5, and the Avenida defense hasn't let them get anywhere near a big opportunity. Calangelo now scoops the offensive board down into the low post. Bastagno looking to go against Samuelson. Strong move by Bastagno, but Samuelson's defense withstands the onslaught. Offensive foul is going to be called. Moving screen. That'll be a sideline ball for Reyer. Nice pass inside. That's a good lockout by Thornton. Thornton goes in strong, gets her own rebound. Gets the ball knocked away. This time by Alari. Smart move. Avenida still with a 10-point lead, and this is the thing Avenida have. They're not overly reliant that their offense has to fire on all cylinders all the time, because their defense can tighten the game up when they need to. Thornton, step back jumper. The defense from Samuelson is all over her. Forces the air ball from Kayla Thornton. Cazorla now hands it off to Fasula. Once again, Avenida moved the ball so beautifully. Low post is fed, but it's a poor pass. Reyer possession. Cazorla not finding the passing angle, just too flat on the pass. As Avenida apply a little bit more full court pressure now. Tura looking to bring it up over the half, does so, being guarded closely by Vilaro Aragonés. Carangelo now. Tied up, and once again the shot clock is going to run out before they get any form of an opportunity. The shot's away, and they're fortunate enough again to get the offensive rebound. Foul's going to be called, this time on Alari. Needs to be careful to not protest too much, and also following through after the whistle's blown isn't a wise move. It's a wonderful pass inside. Alari called for the foul. Be a baseline ball for Reyer to work with. Nice pass inside. They draw another foul. This time Fasula really being forced into fouling Petronite. Petronite not having the night that we were expecting. Just 2 points, 2 rebounds to her name. She's averaging 10 points, 10 boards a game so far. Travelling violation going to be called on Bastagno. Picked up that pivot foot before she put the dribble down. And Anderson is going to come back in to replace Atura. Cazorla now looking for options. She's got the mismatch, comes back out. Avenida's offense is always moving. It's very, very strong, and that's a great play. Fazula with the score. Foul is going to be called, though. This time I think it's on Cazorla. And Avenida giving up fouls in a hurry. Another team foul chalked up against Avenida. We're only 3.5 minutes into the quarter. 3 team fouls already. Anderson forced to go long. Samuelson steals it away. She reads the passing lane beautifully. Avenida will reset and go again. Really looking at extend their lead and really put pressure on Umana Reyer. Nice pass inside and a wonderful finish. Fazula is getting the job done. She's up to 8 points personal now. And Avenida lead by 14. 6 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Shot goes up, no good. Bastagno is fouled. It's the first time in a few possessions where Umana Reyer really have got themselves to where they've wanted to be on the floor. Last few possessions, Avenida have controlled the game and really dictated where Umana Reyer have played their offense, and it's primarily been from a long way away from the basket. Coach Iniguez is more than aware of the fact. Avenida ball on the baseline. As Bastagno splits her free throws. Dominguez now puts it into the hands of Velaro Aragonés. Wonderful boom movement by Avenida. Samuelson wide open for 3. No good, a little bit heavy-handed with that attempt. Thornton will slow things down. And I'm wondering whether Umana Reyer would be better to put some tempo into their offense. Once Avenida are set in a half-court defensive structure, it's very hard to break them down. Oh, and Anderson with a bit of individual skill to really try and open things up. It looked like she was going to use the roll from Petronite, but she decided to take the shot herself. Not an easy shot, but she gets it to go. Velaro Aragonés hands it off. Dominguez. Velaro Aragonés nails the 3. Takes her tally to 6. Avenida's lead now out to 14. Anderson looking to spark something on the offensive end. Hands it off to Thornton. Back to Anderson. Nice pass inside. What can Bastagno do with it? She can't get the score, but she can draw the foul. Alari, I think, is going to be whistled for that one. Bastagno will head to the line for 3 throws. Lou Samuelson comes back into the game. Replaces Alari. Bastagno shooting over 70% from the free throw line in EuroLeague women so far this season. One of many Umana Reyer players who are part of the senior national team as well. Had her debut back in 2014. Quick rip through there by Dominguez. Hands it back to Samuelson. She's off short. Anderson with the rebound. Puts it into the hands of Carangelo. The pass is tough to hold on to, and eventually that's good hustle by Velaro Aragonés. And the pass is not handled by Samuelson. Both teams maybe a little bit too much pace now in the game. And that's causing some mistakes to arise. So now, long two, and drains it. String music once again for Yvonne Anderson. And she really is starting to worry up the Avenida fans. Finding her form, up to 10 points personal. Dominguez now. Looking to go against Carangelo. Caught picking a pocket. Always a low percentage chance, that reach around once you've been blown by. Trying to get your hand around and knock the ball away without catching the player. Officials are always looking out for any contact as we see Vilaro Aragonés head to the bench and Cazorla head into the action. Carly Samuelson will head to the Avenida bench as well. Back into the game, Shantae Evans. Dominguez now. Nice spin move, goes almost the opposite way to expected, to the hands of Hoff. Hoff with a jumper and gets the two to go. Hoff up to 6 points. Avenida, their lead back out to 12. 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter, and it really is Avenida looking to hold on to a double-digit lead heading into the locker room at the half, whereas Umana Reyer want to break it into single digits at least. Anderson looked like she was looking to pass it, but slips out of her hands, and it's going to be an Avenida ball. Hoff now hands it off to Dominguez. A triple screen to open up. Samuelson at the top, steps in, stops on a dime. Can't get the jumper to go though. And just the pure hustle of Carangelo for Umana Reyer is enough to grab hold of possession. Wide open in the corner. Oh, in the corner pocket, three is good. Deborah Carangelo nails the three. Foul's going to be called. Anderson called for the foul. Avenida's lead now just 9 points. And this is the thing. Coach Iniguez is completely aware of the fact that a double-digit leads means nothing in this quality of game. Every team you're going to play, in particular Umana Reyer, are able to score and score in a hurry. Hoff now with the pivot, swinging back, left-hand hook shot off the glass. Wow, that is a tough play to defend when a player's going to hit shots like that. There's not much more that Petronite can do to defend against it. Carangelo now hands it off. Anderson will come around the top to pick it up. Puts the three up. Comes up short again though, Anderson. They just get it over the half in time. Almost an 8-second violation. Dominguez now. Being guarded by Thornton. Double team comes across. And the ball is knocked away by Carangelo. One minute 14 left now in this second quarter. Oh, that's a wonderful out-of-bounds play. Can Samuelson make them pay? She can't. A knock back from Evans. Doesn't find a Avenida teammate, so Carangelo will bring it back up over the half for Umana Reyer. Morto now goes inside. That's a strong play. It's a tough play though. Evans was covering every conceivable angle to the basket. Samuelson inside, Hoff wide open. Oh, doesn't get the easy score. One of the easiest scores she would have had this evening as well. Maybe too easy for her. Anderson hands it off. Petronite. Long two. It's good. And that's happened in the first quarter. Umana Reyer seem to be warming up as the quarter progresses. They're now within 9. Coach Iniguez wants to talk things over. His team have held considerable leads in the game. 14 was the game high lead. That's been trimmed back to 9. 36 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. I'm sure Coach Romano just reinforcing some of the positive things that have been happening in the closing stage of the quarter. One of them definitely has to be cited as defensive intensity. They've picked up the level of pressure they're applying both on and off the ball on the defensive end, and they seem to be a little bit more tempo in their offensive structure as well. They're not settling just to try and get into the half court. Every time they've done that, Avenida have been able to lock them out and to dictate where they've played their offense. So a little bit more tempo has certainly helped them. Still at least 2 possessions remaining in this quarter. And I'm sure Avenida are targeting a double-digit lead to take to the locker room. There's always a psychological edge if you can end up at the half-time break with at least 10-point margin. Cazorla bringing it up over the half, being guarded by Anderson. That 12-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Whistle's blown. Wait to see what the call is. I think it was off the ball. Into the hands of Rodriguez. Shot clock running down to 7. Nothing there. Hoff gets her own rebound though, comes back out. Rodriguez nails a 3, and that is a big shot in a big moment of the game. Umana Reyer, they've got 7 seconds. What can they do? The shot goes up. Carangelo, no joy. Samuelson will get a shot away from over the half. That one comes up short, and that is all the action for the first half. And this one has not failed to live up to the pre-game hype. A wonderful first 20 minutes of action here in Venice in EuroLeague Women at the half. Second half action underway here in Italy as Umana Reyer welcome Avenida. Game day 3 of EuroLeague Women Group A. At halfway stage, Avenida lead by 12. Petronite, what a wonderful pass inside, and that's a great way to start the second half for the home team. Thornton with the score. That takes her to 7 points personal now. Nice interior pass. The look from Hoff is good, but Carly Samuelson unable to hold on to that one. Umana Reyer now with the opportunity to bring that deficit down to single digits. Petronite, mid-range jumper's no good. It's going to come off the legs of Cazorla though, so it will remain possession in favour of Umana Reyer. They'll get to go again. As coach Iniguez is looking to pump some energy into his team. He feels they may be a little bit flat coming out of the locker room at half-time. Thornton now almost stolen away. Petronite. Nice pass inside to Anderson. Foul's going to get called on Samuelson. And that's a great cut by Anderson and a really good pass by the Lithuanian big Petronite. It'll be a baseline ball for Umana Reyer. Anderson back out. Petronite catch and shoot. Comes up short. Rebound is battled for and won by Dominguez. Evans hands it back to Cazorla. Back inside to Evans. Evans now looking to go against Pestagno. Just pure strength. Goes to the basket. Good defense by Pestagno. Evans again, 2 offensive rebounds and can't get the shot, but will draw the foul. And that is Evans all over. If you want a 10-second highlight of what she does well, that's exactly that. Pure battle, hustle, and strength in the low post. Evans to the line for 2 free throws. Part of the Slovenia national team setup, Shante Evans. Has played at both Eurobasket Women 17 and Eurobasket Women 2019. This is the first and the second. Not the best of free throw shooters, Evans, averaging 63% prior to today's game. Expected to miss both, though. And that brings the Italian crowd into the game somewhat. A little bit more noise as the game goes on. The noise levels have certainly increased in the arena. Thornton now hands it off to Evans. This is much better ball movement from Umana Reyer. It just gets stuck at times on their offense, though, and that slows everything down. Waiting to see what the call is. 2 officials have blown the whistle at the same time. Defensive foul is going to be called on Hoff. Nice to see Biggs battling it out, though. And Hoff, Petronite, 2 of the best bigs in the competition. Catch and shoot for Thornton, no good. Samuelson scoops up the rebound. She predicted that one well. Almost loses the handle, though. Hands it off to Evans. Dominguez. Samuelson, shot clock down to 6. Samuelson looks to drive. Good defense, though, by Thornton. Samuelson gets a tough shot away and gets it to go. A real Hail Mary play by the GB international. Anderson now drives inside, trying to pick away through what is an impressive Avenida defense. Thornton, step back jumper, is good. And you could just see from her body language that she knew that one was going to drop. And Avenida's lead once again. It's cut back down to 10. Umana Reyer refused to go away. Evans now. Back to Samuelson. Shot clock back down to 6. Dominguez. Oh, that's an off-target pass. Sorry, from Cazorla. Anderson drives inside. Nothing there. She'll have to come back out. Evans for 3, and that's a big, big shot. Kayla Thornton, with the big shot. Brings it to within 7. Thornton really turning up when she was needed. Averaging 10.5 points a game, 5.5 rebounds. Using all her experience to hit big shots in the big moments. And that's brought Umana Reyer back to within 7 now. There's blood in the water. Can they go for the kill? Their defense is certainly triggering a lot of their offense at the moment. Cazorla, oh wow, it opens up. The sea parts. And she gets the bucket. Calangelo now hands it off to Anderson. Back out. Pestagno, no good. Rebound by Hoff. Back to Hoff. Avenida's fluid offense once again, but Calangelo has been a thorn on their side. Her defensive intensity is always 100%. Pass to Hoff. Hoff goes inside. No joy, but the rebound is there. This time it's Allery on the follow. Thornton hands it off to Anderson. Anderson now looking for options in front of her. Foul's going to be called. That one on Velado Aragonés. Velado pleading her innocence, saying she just put her foot on the sideline. Didn't look like that from where we are. The sideline ball for Reyer. Anderson now. Very light of foot. Tough to read which direction she's going to head in. Petronite looking to go to work. Shot clock down to 4. Good defense by Hoff though. And look at the handle from the big. Brings it up the floor fast. Good defense on the transition from Reyer. Slows things down. Cazorla. In fact, the foul's going to be called on Alari. Moving screen with the offensive foul. Avenida will make the change as Dominguez comes back into the action. And whenever things start stalling a little bit for Avenida, you do tend to see Dominguez back into the action. Not just a calming influence, but an inspiring influence as well. She almost brings expectations to the other players on the floor when she's there. Thornton now hands it off to Anderson. Anderson, mid-range 2. Not a great looking shot, puts an air ball up. That wasn't even close to being on target. Dominguez now. Into the hands of Velado. Lou Samuelson into the action for the first time in the second half. The pass is unable to be handed by Dominguez, but after a series of errors from both teams, the ball ends up in the hands of Anderson. And another error, this time from Petronite. It'll be a baseline ball for Avenida. Tora back into the game. She'll instantly pick up Dominguez. Low now hands it back to Dominguez. Wonderful pass by Samuelson. That's just a thing of beauty. When a point guard just trusts her teammates where they're going to make the cut, how they're going to make the cut, where they want the ball. And that's real evidence of a team working in perfect harmony. And you have to bear in mind, Lou Samuelson has literally just arrived to play for Avenida. Obviously building on what they had last year though. Good move to the basket. Avenida will come away with it. 13-point lead they have now. A dead end thrown off the legs of Anderson, so it will remain Avenida ball. And once again, Reyer find themselves in a bit of a position. They don't want this deficit to increase by many. Quick baseline footwork by Dominguez, goes to the reverse layup, no joy. Good rebound though. Velado looks for the pass inside, hands it to Lowe, but the travelling violation is going to be called. Lowe just got a little bit excited. The lane was there for her. She needed to wait for the pass and create the movement. Sideline ball for Reyer. Oh, and the handle is lost. And that's going to be a double dribble call on Tora. And once again, the Avenida defense, when they've needed it, has just gone up a gear or two. And that's locked out Reyer in this game. Velado inbounds it. Good Dominguez, once again being guarded closely by Tora. Dominguez with the spin move. Good defense by Tora, enough to put Dominguez off. Anderson now. There's the pass. Going to work in the low post. It's off the foot of someone. I think it's Fazula. That will remain Umana Reyer ball. Timeout's been called. Avenida lead by 13 points.
Passionate, ambitious, elite. Verbunden, united, inspirerend, competitiva, ambiciozna, stylish, powerful, diverse, diferente, beraber, inspiring.
Avenida with a 13-point lead. A little under 2.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And it's been a bit of a stalling third quarter. Neither team really finding their feet offensively. Avenida lead the quarter 8-7 over Umana Reyer. But if defense is going to be the kind of biggest impact in this game, the biggest factor in this game, then that really plays into Avenida's hands. One, they probably could be classed as one of the best defensive teams in Europe. And then secondly, Umana Reyer are struggling offensively to get any of their players really warmed up. We thought Anderson was going to start warming up, but things have seemed to slow down for her in the second half. Thornton seems to probably be their best option here in the second half. She's up to 12 points, but she's gone cold in the last couple of plays. So it really is playing into the hands of Avenida if this is going to continue to be a low-scoring game now. Penna, that's a tough shot off the glass. Rebound falls into the hands of Lowe for Avenida. Villora almost loses the handle. Anderson's defense is good. Quick footwork, not playing too much with the hands. Pass inside, Kate Lou Samuelson. No joy, comes back out. Shot clock down to 4, shot goes up. Bilalo off target this time. Nice pass fake, opens the space up. But once again for Umana Reyer. They work very hard to get a good open shot. They still can't convert. That said, their open shots aren't textbook, they're long twos. Oh, smart play. Wonderful pass from Dominguez. And a great finish by Fazula. Fazula now up to 10 points personal. Anderson now comes back to Atura. Shot goes up. No joy. Foul's going to be called on Thornton. She'd secured positioning. She'd sealed out. She signaled to Atura to take the shot because she felt she was in a good place to get the offensive rebound. Unfortunately, she was a little bit too aggressive on the offensive rebounding stakes. That's going to send her to the bench as Petronite comes into the game. Dominguez now. Dominguez pulls up for the 3. A little bit heavy, and Dominguez hasn't really found a shooting form. She's not been a high scorer today, just 4 points, but she does have 6 assists and 3 rebounds to her name. Just 1 field goal though. Oh, sweet hands, well read. Steals it away, hands it off. And Katie Lou Samuelson is quick to react and get the score. 17 points, game high lead now for Avenida as we enter the last few seconds of this third quarter. And Umana Reyer have left themselves a mountain to climb in the final 10 minutes. Atora looks to step out, nothing there, goes inside now. Petronite, turnaround jumper is no good. And that is a wonderful end to the quarter for Avenida. A big third quarter for Avenida, holding Umana. Fourth quarter action underway here. Group A, game day 3 of EuroLeague Women. 3 quarters down, and Umana Reyer trail by 17 to Avenida. Velado, no good. Low with the big rebound. Avenida will go again. Velado feeds the low post. Fazula and one. Wonderful play. The big little game on the perimeter. The roll from Fazula, perfectly timed. The angle of the pass was beautiful. And Fazula will go to the line for the bonus. Can't make them pay, but the rebound battle is only just won by Umana Reyer. Penare scooping up that loose ball in the end. Almost another steal. Is it going to be a steal? Yes, it is. Good teamwork. Oh, and an easy score for Fazula. That takes Fazula up to a game-high 14 points. All smiles on the faces for Avenida. No real surprise. A 4-0 run to start the final quarter gives them a 19-point lead. And do Umana Reyer have any answers for what looks like an unbelievably impressive Avenida this evening? I'm sure Coach Romano at the other end of the floor is working really hard with his team right now, trying to work out what the solution is. The problem he's got is it's not just one end of the floor that he needs to find a solution for. Avenida are showing glimmers of a very impressive offensive team. When we look at some of these replays, here's the pick and roll. And that's absolutely textbook from Fazula, locking down the mismatch. And there's the second score in a row for the Greek player. All smiles for the Spanish team right now. But for Umana Reyer, they need to up their defensive pressure. They need to maybe stay true a little bit more on the defensive end. A little bit less switching may help. Wouldn't cause them the mismatch issues they've experienced in the play you saw there with Fazula. And on the offensive end, well, they're being forced into it now. They'll have to pick the tempo up because ultimately they're going to need more possessions as possible, rather than trying to run a half-court game. So the speed of the game is now critical for Umana Reyer. Carangelo looking to find Anderson. Anderson, good first step, but no options in front of the defense. Closes out well. The shot is no good from Carangelo, but Anderson scoops up the long rebound. Anderson turns the corner, draws the foul. Basket's going to get waved away. Foul on the floor. You can see Anderson's reaction. Hopefully you can't lip read. And that'll be a sideline possession for Umana Reyer. And that's the frustration when you haven't scored in over 10 minutes almost now of action. It'll be 8 minutes, sorry, of action. The pressure to score becomes even greater. And eventually they break the seal on the basket. Madeira with the score after Lowe's defense leaves a lot to be desired. Dominguez now waiting for the action in front of her to unfold. There's the skip pass, catch and shoot. Oh, and that's good from the wing. Samuelson really picking up in her first game where she left off last year. She's up to 13 points now. In fact, make that 16 points for Katie Lou Samuelson, along with 4 rebounds. What a reintroduction to EuroLeague women action. As we see her sister, Carly Samuelson, back in, Stanford graduate. Shot goes up just to get away before the shot clock expired. And once again, the Avenida defense is just relentless. They seem to have an innate ability just to increase the intensity at will. Dominguez now Uses the screen well, skips it out into the hands of Velaro. Oh, good hustle by Fazula. She knocks the ball back, and Avenida will go again. A 22-point lead now for the Spanish team. Velaro has it stolen away by Pena. Pass inside, a wide open Thornton. And the Avenida defense for once fell asleep. That was Nugay Lowe's assignment that she just missed on that defensive phase. Dominguez now waiting for the offense to unfold again. Drives inside, skip to low, mid-range corner jumper is no good. Thornton once again with the rebound for Umana Reyer. Her third rebound of the game, also leading them in scoring with 14 points. Petronite hands it off. Samuelson looked like she'd taken a stand. Maybe it was inside the restricted area though. Velaro slows it down. And for Avenida now, it really is a matter of time management as well. Dominguez drives inside, low into the corner. Velaro, no good with the three again. As Thornton hits the hardwood. And the foul from Fazula. And Thornton really has given everything she's got in today's game. Avenida will make wholesale changes, rotating in some of their bench to gain some additional minutes of action. Four changes. Rodriguez, Cazorla, Hoff and Allery come into the game for Avenida. Anderson now looks to just blast to the basket, forced to bring the ball back out. Petronite now. Nice pass inside again to Anderson. They're starting to form a good big little combo, Anderson and Petronite. Fifth assist of the game for Petronite. Cazorla goes to the basket, throws it out of bounds. It will be an Umana Reyer ball. Cazorla, is not so happy with the call. As Avenida look to play denial defense, which is unreal, really, up by 18 in the final quarter. And their defensive identity does not disappear, no matter how many they're up by. That's a nice pass. It's a good curl. Unfortunately for Carangelo, Anderson had moved from the corner, and that's where she was expecting her to be. Turnover, and Avenida will go again. Samuelson hands it off to Cazorla. Good ball movement by Avenida. Slight lack of spacing though, but the pass is there. The score is not though. Hoff will go again. This time she'll get the score. Hoff takes her personal tally to double digits along with 6 rebounds. Thornton hands it off to Anderson. Petronite open at the elbow for the jumper and gets it to go. A real physical battle at times between Petronite and Hoff. Not going to lie, as a fan of old school basketball at times, I do like seeing the physical battle in the bigs. Cazorla hands it off. Samuelson for 3. A little bit heavy. Rebound eventually pulled down by Avenida. Hoff tied up by Thornton though. There'll be a jump ball, so it'll go to possession indicator. As we see Pestaño come back into the game for Umana Reyer. Out of the action comes Petronite. Possession arrow says it will be a Umana Reyer ball. Thornton now receives inbound. The Italian team trail by 18 as we're about to enter the final 4 minutes of the game. And Avenida really have lived up to a well-earned reputation. Both ends of the floor, they've put on impressive displays. As Hoff fouls Thornton. I think Thornton wasn't going to try her hardest to stay on her feet there, that's for sure. She knew she'd caught the ball in a near impossible position, and a foul was a nice get out of jail free card. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul, but she was certainly grateful for that foul. Baseline ball for Angelo to put in. She throws it long, almost too long. Stolen away, no, falls into the hands of Thornton. She'll pull the trigger on the triple, off left slightly. And once again, Hoff is there with the rebound. She's one rebound away from her double-double. Remember, she averages 10 points, 10 rebounds a game. So she's almost at her average. And this rebound falls into the hands of Angelo. She hands it off to Pena, who puts it up. Tough shot, no good. And Umano Reyer, I think, are slowly but surely running out of ideas on the offensive end. Nice pass inside. Bastagno goes to work, gets the score. And there's some tough hustle play by Martinez Bastagno. And you can see the look on her face. It's almost a frustration element now. They trail by 16, 2:42 to go. Bastagno at the line for 3 throws. And makes them pay with the bonus, but potentially a little too late. Strong move to the basket by Cazorla. Rebound is pulled in. By Rodriguez, gets the score. Anderson goes strong to the basket. Samuelson brings down the rebound and initiates the offense to assist to Carly Samuelson into the corner. Rodriguez no good from range. And Angelo will pick up the loose ball. Two minutes now remaining on the game clock. Avenida up by 17. Anderson into the hands of Bastagno. 5 points in a row for the veteran big. She's up to 10 points personal now. As we're going to see the reintroduction of Dominguez, and how many opposing players and coaches just fear that reintroduction of the quality of Dominguez. Manages to get the defender on her back, hands it inside to Hoff. Hoff's surely going to get called for 3 seconds. I think the foul's going to be called instead. And it'll be a baseline ball for Avenida. 96 seconds left on the game clock. And Avenida will see this as a job well done. They always seem to be in control of the game, and Reyer put some big runs in, really worked hard to fight their way back into the game as Cazorla tries to find Dominguez in the corner, but the pass is just batted out of bounds by an Italian hand. But as I was saying, Avenida have seemed to control this game from start to finish. Dominguez fakes the long 2 inside. Oh, and the shot is good. Hoff with a lovely soft left hand. Great play. Stagno hands it to Anderson. Almost stolen away. A lovely pass from Smolto. No good inside. And the shot's no good either from Thornton. She's grimacing as Hoff looks to help her to her feet. Not sure where she's hurt. But both Hoff and Allery from Avenida help the Reyer player to her feet. A little bit of a hobble as she walks back. One of those that you'll feel in the morning for sure when you wake up. Into the final minute now here in Venice, in what has been a wonderful showing of world-class women's basketball in EuroLeague women. 2 of the best teams in the world going head-to-head. Reyer against Avenida. Ball comes back now to Allery. Rodriguez hands it to Hoff, but Hoff travels. So that will be a turnover, and Reyer will take possession. And potentially points difference will count, so both these teams will play to the final buzzer, I'd imagine, or at least into the final possession. They want the highest and the best possible points difference, because positionings could dictate where they're seeded through into the next round, who they'll face in the next round. Strong move by Anderson. Likely to be the final play of the game now for Dominguez. She has it knocked away as Carangelo refuses to give up. She's going to play defense from the opening tip to the final buzzer. It's the only way Carangelo knows how to play. Rodriguez now turns to the right, hands it back. The shot comes out, no good. And that's going to be the final play of the game here in Venice. Game day 3, Group A of EuroLeague Women. And the final score is Reyer 56, Avenida 71. An impressive game. A 40-minute battle for both these teams. The reigning Italian champions against the reigning Spanish champions. And they have not disappointed.